Coach, so you look at this Dallas team now. Are they starting to look like a playoff team to you?
It's a little early for me to say they're looking like a playoff team.
Coach,
yeah, I mean,
Coach, it's Thanksgiving.
I know, but
Coach, my goodness, great. The turkey is basting right now.
They're 5-5. They beat the Falcons.
Coach, come on now. I need a little more out of you.
Well, here's what I'm saying. Is
okay, here, let's hear it.
They won 2 games in a row, and that's fantastic.
Are they going to win the Super Bowl?
They beat the Falcons, which the Falcons have been up and down. They fortunately are getting Washington at the right time where there's a quarterback change. But look, I'm a fan of Colt McCoy's. I think he's going to do a really good job for the Redskins. I had him in Cleveland. So there's not enough consistency. Amari Cooper has 3 catches for 36 yards. You want to see, I was hoping to see some more progress with the passing game. And look, if Ezekiel Elliott every single game can take over the game and have 200 yards offense, yeah, they could probably sneak in this division. But the consistency just isn't there.
If this were the Jacksonville Jaguars and we're the AFC South, we would say this is the exact script. Having to just ask your quarterback to make a couple plays late, which I know, C, you're going to talk about, because Dak had done almost nothing aside from throwing to Zeke until that final drive of the game, and have Zeke be dominant, and have your defense last week hold Philly to 3 first-half points. Right. This week, hold Atlanta to 6 first-half points. The defense has been killing them, been killing the opponent, and Zeke's been spectacular. Like, I do think because of the division they're in. Do I think if the question was, are the Cowboys starting to look like a great team? No. But a playoff team. The Giants were cooked a month ago. Philly is playing its worst football of the year. And Washington, with respect to your former player, Colt McCoy, just had a quarterback who I know you really like in Alex Smith, unfortunately get his leg snapped and is done for the year. Like, this is all lining up perfectly for Dallas, given what they've done the last 2 weeks on the road.
Yeah, and I understand why Coach is saying that's the reason why I make fun of him and push him a little bit, because what Coach is about, it's not about the opposition. It's not about the Washington Redskins. Now, he does have a little inside information as far as Colt McCoy and a leader. So he does have some intel on that as far as I'm not going to give up on Washington. But it's about who you are and what can you do and what can I repeat. That's the reason why, even in November, I know we've seen a lot of football, but we haven't seen a lot of good football. And if we have seen a lot of good football from Dallas, then we might be able to be like, well, you know something? I can put my hat on these things. And right now it's only Zeke, if he's able to get into that secondary, if you're able to get those touches. But when you're in a tight game like this, you need a quarterback who can manufacture some big plays, and he did that, making a nice comeback throw on the outside. Him and Cole Beasley freelancing on a choice route. Cole Beasley typically would run out on it. Dak did what they tell you never to do, throw across your body, late across the middle. That big pass right there to come back on the outside, and them having a choice route, him uncovering, him finding him, which got them in field goal position. Those are the types of things you need to see him do. They just haven't done it on a regular basis. One other little small thing, and I'm like you. If I have Amari Cooper in my offense, I would have tried to be creative as trying to generate big plays down the field, because I know what the rest of the team can do. I don't have a tight end. I know what Zeke can do. You need those big plays week in and week out, and they just haven't been able to do that since he came over from Oakland.
And if they could establish some kind of presence outside, if they could make Amari Cooper a threat that people had to deal with week in and week out, it's going to open up the other stuff. It's going to open up Cole Beasley more than he has been to this point. And Ezekiel Elliott, as effective as he's been, can be more effective. But even looking at this division, and as bad as Philly got beat last game, they've got a lot of redeeming qualities. I could see them making a push. Washington, I know that they're making the transition, but they've got a lot of things going for them as well. So it's just hard for me to sit here and say, yeah, this is a playoff team right now playing the way they are.
And the other thing is, we've been talking about Dak Prescott from week 1. If this is the best Dak Prescott can play, and we've mapped it out, how far and deep into the playoffs can they even go?
Oh, no, listen, they're probably one and done. Like, listen, whoever wins the NFC East is going to be the 4 seed. They're going to be playing the best wild card team, and that wild card team probably be a road favorite. Like, the Cowboys do have, in my eyes, one major systemic issue, and that is an incredibly limited quarterback in the year that it's never been easier to play quarterback and more important to have an elite passing game. But what they also do have that they can go toe-to-toe with any team in the league at right now is a defense that 7 times this year has held an opponent to 20 points or fewer. That's the most in football. And a running back who, it's very simple. Did the Cowboys win or lose? Well, how did Zeke play? Show it. In wins. Oh, that's 165 yards from scrimmage per game on 26 touches. In losses, oh, that's 91 yards from scrimmage on 20 touches. Like, if you have enough time of possession, if you're getting enough first downs where you can feed Zeke, he can be an absolute difference maker. And so, and I'll give Dak credit. That comeback route you pointed out to Michael Gallup, that's a tough throw.
Yes.
The play to Cole Beasley, and those are winning plays. It's just frustrating that up until that last drive, Dak had 100 yards passing to wide receivers in the game. In the entire game, he had 129 to wide receivers. Like, that's very difficult to win games in today's NFL with that type of absolutely constricted passing attack.
Yeah, and when you're celebrating one throw in a whole game, that to me, it's just hard. It doesn't lend itself to thinking, okay, this is the team that's going to win the division.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.